Hey everybody, it is your resident pancake heathen Ian here, and welcome back to Trucking and Pancakes. If you're new here, welcome. I really appreciate you stopping on by. Today we are in Tolleson, Arizona, where it's a balmy 92 degrees outside, and we're gonna get our load out of Tolleson and head up towards Beaverton, Oregon. But we are having some load issues, friends. I got here about 4 hours ago, and the load just isn't ready yet. So it is still being in production. I think it's getting about done, but I'm not so sure yet. So we're gonna go kind of check in. We're gonna head back to the truck. Just had to get out and do a little walkie walk, stretchy stretch. So until then, enjoy your pancakes, friends. Good morning, everybody. It is officially Saturday morning at about 3 a.m. in the morning. As I was saying yesterday, we had some production issues with this load being built. It's actually like ducting, like big tubes of ducting for warehouses, kind of like the ones in your house for AC and heating. But we officially loaded. Now, what I didn't film yesterday is I went inside and I ended up talking to him not too long after we ended vlogging earlier and found out I was going to be super late. So I was already here at the time for about 6.5 hours, and so my hours of service is once I have a 10 hours of consecutive off duty, I reset my daily hours. So our daily hours are, I have 11 hours to drive and a 14-hour clock, meaning once I come on duty from off duty or sleeper berth means here in the sleeper, if I have 10 hours of consecutive off duties within sleeper berth or off duty, I get my full day's hour back. So I have 14-hour clock, and once I go on duty and it comes down, it starts my 14-hour day. I don't have a way to stop that. And within that 14 hours, I have 11 hours of that I can drive. So that's kind of where we're at. I'm actually have fresh hours. I slept really good. I feel refreshed and like really ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and take the cool way home, and this is gonna be a pretty fun trip to take together. So let's get going, shall we? Well, we are in Willow Beach, Arizona at the T8 Express, and we just finished fueling. I fueled up the truck and now the body with a little bit of coffee. So from here we're gonna roll across the Hoover Dam through Las Vegas and up to Tonopah, where we're actually gonna veer east a little bit and catch another highway going north up to Battle Mountain, which is a lot of beautiful scenery that we will get. So I hope you're enjoying this. It's been a beautiful morning and it is time to get our truck on again. So let's get through the Hoover and Vegas and stuff, okay? What do you think? Okay, bye. Hey everybody, we are just outside Tonopah, Nevada on the corner of Highway 6 and also Highway 378. And if you can look at those mountains behind me, which, you know, GoPros aren't very good at that, but if you can see just on the other side of those mountains, there's a little thing called Groom Lake, otherwise known as Area 51, and it's all the, you know, aliens and things are over there, allegedly. So I'm just kind of getting out of the truck in this beautiful 72-degree weather. I'm walking around, I got the shorts on. I'm just having a pretty good day of driving. I'm having some allergies and my eyes are watering like crazy, but just wanted to check in. I hope you guys are enjoying this video, and I'm gonna go get back in the blue light special and get back to trucking. So we're just outside of Austin, Nevada right now, and we're on, I think it's called Austin Summit. That's at least what I call it. Fun fact about where I'm at the moment is I pulled in here when I had a W900, and I pulled in, it was the middle of the night, it was super dark. I had a little pug with me, his name was Toby. So he pulled in and he went out and did his restroom, and I was like, you know, I'm just gonna stay here for the night. And I was just here in my truck, I was idling it all night and stuff, and when I was out with Toby, I was looking over here and there was like these weird lights going around. I was just like, what in the world is that? Come to find out, it's a campsite. I think the people were turning on flashlights, wondering why the hell I was idling my truck all night. And that truck was lit up like a Christmas tree, so they were probably like, dude, can you shut your lights out? So it's time, so let's get trucking. here at the Flying Hook at Battle Mountain, Nevada. I'm gonna kick it here tonight. Gonna get up pretty early in the morning and get going north towards the house. Should make it there tomorrow. Pretty easy day, honestly, and a pretty easy, non-eventful day in trucking. That's the best kind of day to have. So I'm gonna go ahead and run inside. I need to pee, and that's kind of it. We'll be back. Hello friends, how are you today? It is another good morning. It is currently 3:41 in the morning. I decided to go ahead and sleep in this morning. I could have left a couple hours ago, but I was like, there's no point in getting home so early today. This load delivers tomorrow about 8 o'clock in the morning out in Beaverton. We're getting ready to get after it, so we are gonna go kind of the cool way again today. So we are Battle Mountain, and we're gonna take I-80 east to Winnemucca, Nevada. We're gonna head up US 95 to Oregon 78 and take that up over towards Burns, Oregon. And then we're going to take Highway 20, and then we're going to cut up into Prineville and cut around over towards like Madras and kind of kitty corner and get rid of that whole bend area and head up and over Mount Hood. It should be a pretty good drive today, honestly. The Googles is telling me 9 hours and 22 minutes, but that is via car and not via truck, so speed limits are a little bit different. We got to get after it today to make it home, if we're going to make it home, because we do have 547 miles. Pretty easy to do, actually, but again, when you get into states with slower speed limits, things get a little bit longer in the day. So we're going to go ahead and get after it. I hope you're enjoying this, and if you are enjoying these videos, go down below, hit the subscribe button, hit the little belly bell thing so you know when we drop new videos, and leave us a comment on what you think and what you want to see and maybe what you want to learn about out here on the road. How can you not stop and look at this? I'm standing in the middle of Highway 95, just inside of Oregon, just north of McDermott. Nobody for miles, and just look at this spectacular backdrop. Look at all this. What a heck of a morning. What a beautiful sunrise. I had to stop and just take it in. It's one of the best parts about trucking is you're just out in the wilderness like this. I mean, look at the mountains. Look at this. The sunrise and everything. It's just absolutely spectacular out here this morning. I know I say spectacular and fantastic and awesome like all the time, but I'm really not sure on the words on what else to say. I mean, look at this. This is Southeast Oregon at its finest. And like, there's nobody coming north, there's nobody coming from the south, and just look at this. Absolutely look at this. Now, if you go over these mountains a little bit, there's the Alvord Desert. Oh, if you don't know what that is, I'll have to send a link to Google. It is spectacular. Motorcycles and pancakes. We spent some time over there riding. Whoa. It was pretty awesome, actually. So it's cold, and I'm wearing my shirts. It's like 33 degrees or 34 degrees when I stopped. So I'm gonna get my truck on. Hope you guys are enjoying this. I sure am. and I am excited just to get going again. Looks like some rain over there though, so let's get our truck on, shall we?
As I made the turn from US 95 north, I found myself traversing Oregon's desolate Highway 78, tracing the north end of the Steen Mountain. This gorgeous mountain is one of the best kept secrets that this state has to offer. The Steen Mountain is a magnificent geological area that stretches for nearly 50 miles and reaches to the heavens around 9,700 feet. The Steen Mountain is a remnant of a long-shield volcano. These kind of volcanoes usually have a basaltic or anesthetic lava flow, which is very fluid at the time of the eruption. Multiple eruptions over millions of years are how these shield volcanoes are created. These volcanoes are also much wider than they are tall. In the case of the Steen Mountain, it's somewhere between 14 to 17 million years old. It was forged, then smoothed over multiple eruptions that created a lava flow over 3,000 feet thick. On an adventure motorcycle camping trip with my dad in the summer of 2022, we stopped for fuel and coffee in the historic area of French Glen, Oregon. I seriously had no idea what I was in store for, not only visually, but also emotionally for the rest of that day. Our kickstands went up and we made the left turn on the Steen Mountain Loop Road. This 52-mile gravel loop climbs gracefully along open range fields with wild horses running alongside you, passing by pine trees, forested areas, as the road finds its way and twists its way upward and ultimately touching the sky at over 9,000 feet. The views along the way are some of the most incredible views I have ever seen to this day. The sheer beauty and the gigantic mass as far as I can see is one visual that no words nor picture can ever describe. Our mother has a way of making herself in such a way that we as humans just cannot comprehend.
Hey everybody, we are in Madras, Oregon at the Love's Truck Stop, and I'm on my 30 right now. And as I'm saying this, I'm realizing if you're not in the trucking industry, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about by I'm on my 30. If you're a driver, you're probably going to get bored in the next few minutes here. So we are regulated by the FMCSA. They regulate everything about this industry. And one of the things that they have is the HOS, which is the hours of service. I explained this in another video and probably didn't do that great of a job. So very quickly, we have an 8-day work week that we can work 70 hours in. Within that 70 hours is broken down into your days. Now, you have a 14-hour day clock. So when I'm on off duty and I drop down to on duty, I now started my clock. So I have 14 hours from that moment to finish my day. Within that 14-hour chunk, I have 11 hours of driving that I can do. And within the first 8 hours of driving, I am mandated and regulated to do a 30-minute break. It's the only industry where like you got to stop, right? And it's a pretty somewhat new regulation. I have to take a 30-minute break within my first 8 hours, and then after that I can go ahead and finish out my rest of my 11 hours of driving. You got to be careful with your 30, because if you take it too early, you're going to have to do it again before your 11 hours is up. So I always wait for about after the third hour into the fourth hour before I even consider taking a 30-minute break. Today I've been driving for about 7 hours when I decided to take the break here. To get our daily hours back, we have to take a consecutive 10 hours off. right? So I can go, say I work my 14, I'm like right at the 14, I go to sleeper berth or off duty. That's time you sleep and you get some food and you just kind of relax. You have that 10 hours right there. At the end of your 10 hours, your day begins again. You get all your day hours back. So at the end of the week, you're running shy on your 70-hour clock. We have to do a 34-hour consecutive of off duty or sleeper berth to gain our week hours back, to gain the 70 hours back. So that is kind of dumb sometimes, because if you're not at home, you're taking it at a truck stop or a casino or something, and you're just trying to kill a day and a half essentially. So you got to be smart, and good owner operators, you'll be under a load while you're taking your 34. That's kind of it. So here's the clock. This is this is what I use every day. So I've got my Google Maps over here, and I split the screen, and this is the Keep Truckin' app. So you can see up here is my off duty. I dropped down about 3:30, and I did my pre-trip inspection for about 15 minutes, and then the green is driving. This is where we vlogged earlier in the show, where I was in the middle of the highway, and then I drove all the way to here, and then I just went to off duty to take my 30-minute break. And if I go back, you can see I've actually been here for 40 minutes. I can hit this button and it brings up this screen. This is how much I have left to drive today. So I have 4 hours and 10 minutes. I have, if this was like 7 hours, I would have to take another break. So I have 6 hours to take another break, but that doesn't matter to me anymore today. So for the day, I have 4 hours and 10 minutes to drive. I have 6 hours and 4 minutes left in my 14-hour clock shift. And then I have 50 hours and 38 minutes left on my 70 hours. So these all count backwards. So I hope that was a little bit of insight to our hours of service and some of the lingo, like I'm running short on my 14, or I'm pushing my 14, meaning like I'm almost there for the end of the day. I'm on my 30, means I'm on my 30-minute break, or I might say something like, yeah, dude, I'm doing a 34, which means I'm doing my 34-hour reset. So these are all terminologies if you're unfamiliar with, now you know. So when I start saying weird stuff randomly, like everybody knows what I'm talking about, which I've been told I'm weird. Now you know. So we are done. Like I said, we are over 40 minutes now, so our 30-minute break is long up, and I'm gonna bounce. The next stop should be the yard. All right. And that concludes today's festivities. Yes, we have officially made it back to the yard, and if you wait for it, we are all done until tomorrow morning. I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna do some laundry, and just chill for the night. Get out. It's been kind of an interesting week, so just kind of relax. I'm gonna take this over to Beaverton tomorrow with you guys, and then we'll get ready for another load. What do you think? So let's do some sort of nighttime transition thingy right now. Good morning, everybody. It is officially the delivery day. We just got to drive over to Beaverton, Oregon, which is really not that far away at all. So we're gonna have a nice easy drive in rush hour traffic this morning because it's 7:09 in the morning. I was supposed to call and make the delivery appointment, which I did on Friday, but nobody answered. Nobody got back to me. I just told them I'd be there at 8. So we'll see if they're gonna take me or not. Other than that, I had a great night last night. Worked on some videos, just kind of chilled, had some dinner, you know, the usual home stuff. So didn't sleep good though. It's kind of weird when you come home and you try to sleep in your own bed. It's like, no, I want to go back to the truck because that's more comfortable. Go figure. Anyways, pre-trip is done. I'm gonna move out, move the pickup back in, and we are going to skedaddle over to the delivery. So let's go right now. Well, we made it to our delivery, and the fun fact is my dad actually worked here at Tektronix for like 375,000 years after they started their conception of human life and stitching things in stone, because he's old. But no, all things, he did retire from here. I think it was like 33, 34, 35 years, something like that he worked here at Tektronix as a mechanical engineer. Did some rad projects. But let's go check out inside the trailer. It's actually not a lot of product inside this trailer. It's a very specific order for the construction project that they are doing. And this is pretty much it. It's a super light load. It was like I wasn't even loaded coming up here. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this unstrapping done so they can get unloaded and I can take off, go get another load.
Hey up, hey up, hey up. 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 Hey up, hey up, hey up.
Well, there you go, everybody. We just finished this trip all the way from Tolleson, Arizona up to Beaverton, Oregon. Pretty easy, beautiful drive coming that way. I hope you enjoyed it. It is probably one of my favorite drives when I'm coming out of the south like that. I really enjoy going around the Steens. It's just a magnificent part of Oregon. The history behind it, I hope you liked the little story time we were saying going up there. But other than that, it's done. I'm gonna head back to the house, take a day off for 12, and we will see everybody on the next one. So until next time, eat more pancakes!